you don't have to do an extended fast. When I talk about extended fasting, I mean more than 24 hours. I think people get the impression that I'm constantly doing extended fasting all the time, and that's not necessarily sustainable. And we just have to be realistic about how we want to fast. Are we doing this for weight loss? And are we doing this for health reasons? So, I mean, they do go hand in hand. But if you want to be someone that is trying to lose weight, especially over 50, and want to do it in a slow fashion but steady, then there's different types of fast that you can consider. So one, maybe it's juice fasting or smoothie fast. You can do either or. Now with juicing, you obviously are eliminating the fiber from the vegetables and the fruits. So you want to keep that in mind, and then that's a higher content level of sugar. That will be very low calories that you're taking in. Or maybe you want to consider smoothie fast, which I tend to favor a little better, and do something like that where you're just taking away maybe 1 or 2 meals that you might eat normally in a day and replace it with the smoothie. In that way, you are keeping those vitamins coming into your body. So that's something to consider. 2, maybe it's just daily fasting where it's something like a 16-8, where you are fasting for 16 hours a day and you are eating in an 8-hour eating window. You choose a schedule that's going to work for you. I was speaking to one of my clients about how we can do different types of fasts and without doing the long extended fasting, but still gain a lot of results in a really nice time frame that I think would be acceptable to you if you're entering this for the first time. You can also do a 20-hour fast a day and then eat your meals and snacks within the 4-hour eating window. Fasting is about a schedule, and it's not about what type of foods you're eating or a specific diet. But you can add that in as well as we talk about the different types of fasts that you can do and entail the foods that you should be eating. Number 3 is a category fast. A category fast is kind of a name I gave it. I don't even know that's a real name, but a category fast is meaning taking a category of food out of your diet for extended period of time, such as just deciding, I'm not going to have meat. If you eat meat, you're not going to eat meat for, say, 30 days, and see where that takes you and see the difference in how you feel. Because one thing I know about eliminating meat is that you're getting rid of those hormones from the animal as well as what's been pumped into the animal, right? Those hormones will affect us women, especially if we're in perimenopausal or menopausal time frames. So you don't want to take on more hormones that are unnecessary. And so you will see the difference in how you feel. So something like that, a category fast is great. Eliminate meat, or maybe just do one category of food, which would be like something like the potato diet. I've done the potato diet for 1 week myself, and I did have a lot of good gains when it came down to my weight loss goals. I lost 1 pound per day by eating just potatoes. Now that can be crazy for some, and people don't really like that because it seems a little bland, but I made potato fries, I made mashed potatoes, I made baked potatoes, I boiled potatoes, and then I put a lot of spices and flavor on it. And you know what? It was pretty easy at that point because I was eating like 3 times a day of different types of potatoes prepared differently. So that's something to consider. Just think about these categories of some items that you may want to eliminate. And that'll take me to my next type of fast. So SOFA's free in the plant-based community has been mentioned numerous times, and I've read it in different articles. For me, the acronym of SOFA's is no salt, no oils, no flour, no alcohol, and no sugar, meaning sugar-free, no added in sugars. That's a SOFA's free diet in my book, and that's something that I've been challenging myself to do. As you guys know, recently I have not been cooking with oils, and so no oils. And then I've been trying not to have a lot of sugar, but I haven't eliminated it 100%. This is something that I'm curious about and see if that's something I can sustain for a while. So I'm thinking about doing a 30-day fast of the no SOFAS diet, which is, again, no salt, no oil, no flour, no alcohol, and no sugar. And if that's something that kind of resonates with you, that might be a good way to diet and not necessarily worrying about I need to do 48 hours, 72 hours type of fast just to get off a couple of pounds. A little less aggressive is the SOS diet. So the SOS is no salt, no oil, no sugar. That's another version of elimination diet and also an elimination type of fast. So think about it that way. If you eliminate a lot of these categories and you've been eating a Western type of diet, this can have a huge impact in where you are losing the weight, because these are considered items that are empty calories. Oils is empty calories. So that's something that should be eliminated, and take the time to give your body a break. I know people like the olive oils and things and cooking with it. If you can just delay that type of intake and see how your body feels and how it feels in an extended period of time, at least 30 days or more, then you will see the difference in how you feel. You will see the difference in your blood pressure, because I know mine's lowered quite a bit. You will see the difference probably in your cholesterol. And if those are areas that are of concern, what do you have to lose except for gaining optimum health? And the last thing that I have been thinking about that I'm gonna do next as well is a spiritual fast. And what I mean by spiritual fast is, to me, it means making a prayer, a pact, an agreement with the Lord, the Most High, deciding that together that we're going to fast and to basically dedicate that to Him. And when you do that, I think you'll find that you won't have so many hunger pings. And if you do, you should be meditating and praying with God. It's about eliminating the distractions in the world, getting closer to God, and be able to hear Him better. And so we are not of the world. We're just visitors here. And doing a spiritual fast periodically is giving you more favor with God. And it's about denying the flesh. And then that's helping you hear Him better, and so that you can work on yourself as a spiritual being. Spiritual fast is probably the most important fast out of any other fast that you would try. The Daniel fast, you may have heard of that. I do have a video on the Daniel fast, and that is eliminating a lot of these products and food items that I mentioned earlier. And if you want to check that out, I have a playlist of spiritual health, and I discuss spiritual fasting more in depth, and you can check that out as well. I'll make sure I leave a link in the description box also. And the bottom line is, maybe you don't want to fast at all. Maybe just change your diet of what you're doing. Maybe you want to go to and consider plant-based eating. And that's what happened to me. I think that it's been the most amazing thing that I have started, and that's been almost, probably about, it's been over 6 months that I have been more about 90-95% plant-based, and it's really made a difference. It's helped me in anxiety. It slowed that down. It definitely lowered my blood pressure, and it's lowered quite a bit of points in my cholesterol. So if you want to consider just change your diet, then that's making a choice, and you don't have to just always fast. I promise you, if you change one thing in your diet, you will see some results in a very short time, almost immediately. And so if you look at it that way and consider yourself, you're worth it, right? And you owe it to yourself to start again, and let's get back on track. I thank you so much for watching, and don't forget that caregiving begins with you, and always keep searching for the perfect bite and balance. Talk to you soon. Bye. Talk to me honestly.